Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Cartoon Conversations, where your hosts, Elliot Catch and Jordan Stein, who will remain nameless as I have just explained their names, we will be suddenly discussing everything about certain cartoons that we absolutely love and cherish, like... Jordan, what is the title of this episode?
Wake the Dead is the episode of Justice League Unlimited.
There we go. Fantastic. Where we take apart this very fantastic episode. I really loved this one. Holy crap.
It's going to be high up on the list.
Oh, yeah, Jesus. I mean, like, this past couple have just been banging them out. They've all just been so fantastic. I mean, like, the last one, the one that we just did before was, what, The Dark Heart, right? And then the one before that one was Ultraman, and then, like, I don't know, we just keep hammering them out. Like, they just said to themselves, let's just make every single episode, for a while, just fucking rock. How about that?
Yeah,
how about we just do that?
Yeah, they're like, we don't really like that making a bad episode thing. Why don't we not do it? And then they didn't.
Cool with making good shit. How about that?
Yeah. So.
Excuse me. I burped.
Although I will say, even though I love it so much, The Greatest Story Never Told was not a well-told episode.
Yeah, it was like a really closed door kind of thing. Nothing really happened.
Everything bad about television was encompassed in that, and everything I love about television was also encompassed in that episode. So, it was interesting, but you can tell where it is differently on our list, because it's 8 out of 10 on mine, and it's number 1 on yours, so...
What, The Greatest Story Never Told?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, oh my god. I mean, like, it was fantastic. Definitely not much really happened, but I mean, like, I loved it way more than What You Meant, The Man Who Has Everything, and then that was, your freaking baby of an episode.
Yeah, that one's still not that high on mine either, but...
Isn't that one, like, your absolute baby?
Okay, it is an episode made specifically for me. But it's still not a very good episode. That everything I love about Justice League Unlimited is in that, and that knocks it up a lot more slots than it should. But
I burped.
It's not really that good of an episode.
But the story,
by Justice
and
League
the drama
Unlimited,
and freaking Superman gets stuck in traffic, man. He gets stuck in traffic.
Okay, I will defend to the death the awesomeness of Superman getting stuck in traffic.
Getting stuck in traffic.
But continuing on, we have a new episode. Wake the Dead. Our chest confused.
Lick my balls.
Emotional, operatic even episode.
Oh yeah.
It's really fantastic. So our big
relationships get no support in all these other episodes, but in this one they are screaming.
Yeah, the chemistry in this episode, they must have had them do the voice acting standing right next to each other or something. Because the give and take of the characters feel so real. You feel like you're in the room sitting with them. So.
That's cute.
Our question this week is, do we like that? That emotional storytelling of this episode? Do we think it's better than the normal, more story and plot-based storytelling?
I can't tell if I like this.
Sorry?
I'm just making a joke.
Okay.
I was being stupid, as I like to say.
Okay. So are you ready for the episode breakdown?
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I'm excited, man. Zippity zap zap zoo. That's my catchphrase now. That's what we're going with.
We're putting it on the t-shirt.
We're doing it live.
And you will all buy it. Jeff will have like 8.
Yeah, he's just gonna buy 8 t-shirts.
Yes.
Because he's a swell dude,
He's a really swell dude.
He's swole.
So.
I don't know.
Open on Louisiana University. Inside a dorm, 3 robed college kids. Scraggly, almost beard, peach fuzz, and all. They're doing a ritual with powdered wolf bones and gecko fat candle
Yeah, there's a lot of gecko fat because there's like a bunch of freaking candles, and gecko fat does not.
It was the Gecko Massacre of 2004, apparently, because geckos don't have a lot of fat, and they had like a good 30 candles.
They killed so many freaking geckos.
They must have had to kill literally tens of thousands of geckos to make those candles, because I'm pretty sure they don't sell gecko fat candles in Walgreens.
In mass.
Although at Walbaum's they do sell it right next to the wolf's blood.
Right next to the wolf's blood.
So.
Oh yeah, totally.
And
the severed heads are us.
Yes, severed heads are us. So, and they spread it all into a rune, and then they chant. Umo
Goi Goi Fightisa, Umo Goi Goi Fightisa.
That would have been awesome if they chanted.
Oh my
God. Just chanted random.
Do you know that actually translates to something?
Oh, what does it translate to?
I think it's ghouls and goblins leave this place.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah. It's probably like ancient Chinese.
If you haven't watched the Jackie Chan Adventures,
oh my God,
that is the only magic words in that show, and it's a running joke.
Yeah.
The words to every spell are Uno Gui Dai Fai Di Zao.
Umo Gui Gui Fai Di Zao, Umo Gui, and then they get the cheerleaders to do it in that one episode.
Yeah.
God, that was funny.
It's a pretty good show. I'd check it out. I think it's on Hulu.
I'd say the absolute most heartbreaking moment was when I realized that Jackie Chan wasn't actually doing the voice of the main character.
Wow, that is a really sad moment.
Yeah, right? Doesn't that just completely ruin your childhood, except, like, not really?
Mainly the not really part, but yeah. Yeah, that's sad. So, they call on the smoke monster to destroy their enemies because of bullying.
Yep.
This is really 90s. Yeah. This is like 10 years. This was in 2004. This felt 10 years old. So,
especially Brad, because he wouldn't stop giving me swirlies.
Yeah. So, exactly, really. Swirlies, you're a college kid. The nerds are cool in college. It's like one of those things. So, Solomon Grundy rises as the room is enveloped in smoke. A smoke monster arises and scares the boys before disappearing.
Oh God, I thought cool. Lost ended years ago.
But they're depressed because they aren't any stronger.
Well, yeah, because the fat kid, like, suddenly, he walks out and disrupts the whole circle thing, and everyone's like, oh, you ruined it.
Yeah, and
everyone is sad.
This is the last we will see of Unnamed Boys 1 through 3. There is no comeuppance to them almost destroying the world.
One of them sort of gets their head made love to by a giant meaty fist.
Well, he gets comeuppance, but the other two, perfectly fine.
I don't know, man. I'd say I would assume what happened is Solomon Grundy came and he seeked them all out and he just, popped each one of their heads off like a cantaloupe.
Okay, perhaps Solomon Grundy killed them, but it's never said. So as far as I can tell, there is no comeuppance to the other two boys. And that kind of disturbs me. I think that's bad storytelling. But it doesn't matter because this is an emotional story. It's not a
bad juju
plot-heavy story. So we don't have time to deal with that because we don't care about these boys. This is a stupid monster of the week.
We don't care about these boys. Dude, that's harsh.
Well, we don't. So, they leave, and the main boy, Scraggly Beard, I'm going to call him.
His name is Scraggly. Scraggy.
So Scraggly tells them they need to have the costumes back by 4.
Yes.
Then he leaves. He's got Beast Boy's favorite movie on his table.
Which I totally didn't realize that.
Yeah. So, and there's a knock on the door. He says, "Oh, did you forget your dice? Because I guess they're D&D nerds now. Because this wasn't 90s enough."
One of them had a sword. Like, in the back, you see, like, a really big sword, which is, like, kind of cool.
Yeah, that's a thing, because they're nerds, and nerds have swords.
Yeah, nerds have swords. Duh, like, seriously.
This is a stupid scene. But it gets us where it needs to get us. So,
you're a stupid scene. How dare you?
He hears a knock, and he goes to the door, but before he opens it, Solomon Grundy reaches through and grabs his head.
Solomon Grundy, no!
Begs the question, why did he knock?
Yeah, right? He was pounding on the door. How do you even get in the hallway is what I want to know. Yeah. All I'm imagining is there's like a huge hole in his house, and it's just like he ripped giant chunks out of it. But, thank God that he managed to stand in front of his door and knocked politely.
I might be an undead rage monster, but I always knock.
Yeah, a little loudly, but he was still very polite about it. He was a super cool dude.
So, and then we get our credits. That was our cold open. We come out... Sorry?
No, I didn't say nothing.
We come out of our credits in Dr. Fate's tower, or as I call it, his house for homeless heroes.
House for homeless.
Aquaman is playing chess with Hawkgirl, and Amazo is watching. Because why not just have 4 of the most powerful people in the world in a room playing chess?
Yeah, word up.
So, Aquaman taunts Hawkgirl, saying, "I should have known better than to play with a woman." Which is a shame, because I used to like him.
Oh my god, shut up.
No, he's actually just trying to make her angry and get her to react because she's been so despondent.
He looks at her, he stares at her in the same way that one of my friends stares at me whenever he makes some comment about my favorite cartoon.
Yeah. So he's trying to provoke her.
Yeah, very clearly.
So, also, apparently Aquaman came to visit her, which is kind of cool. And also, that we find out that Hawkgirl used to be Batman at chess. Because, no way. I'm sorry. No one in the Justice League can beat Batman at chess.
Well, apparently Hawkgirl did, so, there you go, man.
I feel like she once lasted 30 minutes against him, and then the story has expanded to beat...
I want to assume she beat him at chess by just staring at him and never making a move until he became so uncomfortable that he just left. He was just like, okay, all right, I'm done. I'm backing off.
Well, either way, it gets so annoying that Aquaman complains that Amazo is better company. To which point Amazo protests that he is right there sitting next to him.
Yeah, which I assume if he actually cared about the situation, Aquaman would have turned to Amazo and just said, "I don't give a shit," and just kind of proceeded to not give a shit. To look onwards and to continue with his not giving a shit.
Yeah, that was a strange one. Aquaman has no tact. But
he doesn't. But I mean, it's not a bad thing.
Does he really need tact?
No.
No, I don't think so. So. Aquaman
have never been good friends.
Yeah. So Aquaman puts Hawkgirl in check, and she forfeits.
He has a harpoon.
He table flips. Which is usually what you do when you're losing, but he's Aquaman.
Aquaman does it when he wins. It's a congratulatory table flip.
It's like a Chuck Norris thing. Most people table flip when they lose.
It's a table flip out of respect. It's a table flip out of respect and admiration.
Yes.
Like, that was a very good game!
Yeah.
And he just hurls it across the fucking room.
So, she's still despondent. His brilliant insults and sexism apparently have not made her happier.
Insults and sexism.
So, he says, "You disgust me," and she responds, "Join the club." And you can take that 2 ways. One that she's disgusted with herself, or 2 that everyone in the world is disgusted with her.
Right. I want to say it's that she's disgusted with herself.
I think it's a better story if she's disgusted with herself.
Yeah, like she's clearly very sad in the position that she's in. She's not very happy at the moment. I mean, that's why she's here. And that's why she didn't use the anti-Batman method against Aquaman.
Yes. So, also, it would have been fantastic if Aquaman just went touche.
Touche.
She's like, well, I can't beat that.
What is it? It's like self-deprecating humor.
Yay.
Yo. Oh my god.
So, Aquaman then reveals that he was trying to provoke her, which is good, because now I don't have to hate him.
Now you don't have to hate him. Come now.
So Dr. Fate says leaving the Justice League was hard on her, and she just needs time. But before he can finish his thought, he has a headache alert, which I guess is like Spidey sense. I don't know.
Get the headache alert.
I don't know. It's like an off-brand Spidey sense. And he has to leave. Amazo brings the board back telekinetically and says, "New game."
Yeah, he just looks at Aquaman and he's like, "Yeah, let's do this right now. We're going at this right now, and you have no choice."
Yeah, and there's just like a kind of look of fear Aquaman has, and it's wonderful. Because he realizes that he just insulted and offended the most powerful being in the universe. Yep. Generally a poor decision.
Excuse me, I burped.
Yes.
I hope you can forgive me.
So, the voice acting in that scene is actually fantastic. Aquaman does a great job with his angry lines. Amazo has this extremely calm, almost monotone voice that gives so much emotion off it. It's really excellent voice acting. And Hawkgirl, you can really feel her despair. So.
I liked it because Aquaman did a flip thing. It was great.
Yeah.
It's like, bam, there we go. And that's how I get my tips.
They need to get him a little table that he can flip on the side so it doesn't make such a mess.
He just walks around with this table.
Yes. He'll keep it in his back pocket. Then he unfolds it, and he flips his tiny little table like 4 or 5 times to get his anger out.
It's got a tiny little table.
And if he's really angry, he can set up even tinier pieces on it.
Jeez.
Yes. So. So, Dr. Fate walks on Earth, and he finds Solomon Grundy's grave to find it disturbed. He then contacts Martian Manhunter to tell him there might be a problem.
To find out that it's just so disturbed.
Revive supervillain. So, Hawkgirl then goes back to where she's staying with Dr. Fate's wife, Inza Nelson.
Gets back. Y'all don't know her, like that.
So, Hawkgirl's worried about what Aquaman says. Inza comforts her because she is just awesome. But Hawkgirl doesn't feel like she deserves comfort. Real self-esteem issues.
Oh, yeah.
She then gives her backstory, basically, so if you haven't seen Justice League Unlimited, she was actually a secret Thanagarian agent sent to infiltrate Earth. But when the Thanagarians invaded, she initially sided with the Thanagarians, but then when she found out they were going to destroy the Earth, she sided with Earth. But all of Earth still thinks she's a traitor.
Yeah, they do.
Even though she did help save the Earth with.
Yeah, she did.
So.
This is all happening back in the last series where they did not have, this wasn't the Unlimited, so there you go.
Yeah.
But, yes.
So that was actually the end of Justice League and why they felt like they needed to recruit more. And make giant space lasers that are mini nukes.
Pointed at Earth.
Yeah. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
So, still scary. Does not care. So.
Oh my god, excuse me.
Oh,
Jesus.
Inza comforts her more after she gives her backstory. And she says, to which point Hawkgirl says, "When I do my job, people get hurt." And to which Inza replies,
"When I do my hurt, people get job."
No, she replies, "And what happens when you don't do your job?"
Oh, yeah.
Which was such a good line. Because it really talks about one of the most important and overlooked bits of philosophy. About how not choosing is a choice.
Yes.
You want to talk about it then?
I mean, I guess so. But it's very understandable, the whole, what is it? Frick. You being neutral in a way it doesn't show that you're being bad at your job, or there's the choice that you've taken of, to not be involved. It shows that, you've very clearly chosen not to appreciate either side, or, you've pretty much screwed yourself over in a way.
I think there's also something to the cowardice of neutrality.
You're a coward.
That by not getting your hands dirty and not making a decision, you feel like you're protecting yourself from doing the wrong thing, but in fact, you are making a very clear choice to allow the status quo. You're making a choice for, even if your choice is to avoid making a choice and give that power to someone else. So long story short, Inza is the best. Everyone should go to her for advice. At Dr. Fate's Home for Homeless Heroes. So,
put that one on a shirt.
The camera holds for a second.
They have spaghetti every Thursday!
Yes.
There we go.
The camera holds for a second on Hawkgirl's face, and she really doesn't know how to respond. She's caught between hope that she might be redeemable and fear that she's going to make things worse.
Yes.
It's really beautiful. That's something they do a lot in this show. Especially when Joaquim Dos Santos is the director.
Say it one more time.
Joaquim Dos Santos. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Dos Santos. Oh.
He and Dan Reba, I believe, do all of the episodes. They direct one of the two. It's always one of them. So
I burped again.
So yeah, they do that, and they love to do that. Just let something sink in with that one extra second, and I love it every time they do it.
Pleasure to be around.
So, now we cut to a fashion show. Green Lantern is undercover, while Vixen, his girlfriend, is a model in the show. She says he goes up to her when she's between costumes, and he says, "You're early for the date." He says he timed it perfectly because the Justice League is calling. So she steps behind a Japanese divider thing.
That's a regular divider. I mean, like, that's not just tatami mat kind of stuff.
I always thought of it as like a Japanese thing. I don't know why. She steps behind that, and she comes out dressed as Vixen because fuck super identities. Identities.
Well, I mean, she doesn't really seem to be wearing much in terms of hiding her body and or face.
She might not have a secret identity.
Yeah.
But, so then she asks him why he isn't dressed, and Green Lantern changes in public because also fuck secret identities.
Yeah, clearly I don't think anybody is going to attempt to try and kidnap and or harm Green Lantern or his loved ones.
And he says...
As all of his loved ones are, superheroes.
And he says, it doesn't take me as long to change as you does, because that joke wasn't already old in the 50s. And kind of sexist.
Oh, come on.
I hate that scene. I love this episode. I hate that scene.
You calm down.
But it's awful.
Why?
And this is such a good... Here's the thing. I wouldn't care if it weren't such a good episode. That everything is so well done in this episode.
How is it sexist? Calm your fucking tits.
It's kind of.
How?
So Green Lantern flies them to a city. And a police car almost hits them. So Green Lantern puts Vixen down to save the people in it, cause...
I mean, like, he's making a statement about how he takes a second to put on clothes. Not against her. It's a
reference to the women take so long to change.
No, it's
and the
not.
Men...
It's a reference to himself.
I think it's a reference to that classic thing where, like, the man is outside the door saying, "Here, why aren't you ready?"
No, it's not.
It's such a reference to that.
No, it's not.
It's such a reference.
I am, like, in such disagreement that it hurts.
Viewers, comment. Whose side are you on? Are you on side Jordan? The correct side.
Oh, yeah, of course, totally.
So they save the police car, and Green Lantern puts Vixen down, because we need to see her powers.
Yeah.
So she uses the power of the cheetah to run very fast, while he flies alongside her. There's some pretty nice banter here.
I do like the fact that she's running so goddamn fast that she's actually getting faster than Green Lantern.
That was cool. So Green Lantern briefs her.
You said brief.
Yes. So he briefs her on it as they talk, and they kind of flirt a bit, and it's a very well done scene. This is it's really fantastic writing here. I'm very impressed. In a very short time, they've gotten across that Green Lantern and Vixen have been dating for a bit.
Right.
And that this is a really warm, loving relationship. So, it's scenes like that which I think really make this episode great. So, Solomon Grundy, not so great. He's throwing a bus.
Yeah, he is currently hurling buses.
So, Green Lantern catches the bus and saves the people because hero. While Vixen hits him with the power of the elephant. But this Solomon Grundy is so strong that he can throw an elephant into a fence. Green Lantern sees this and he attacks, and Vixen uses her powers to heal herself, which is really awesome. So, Green Lantern encases Solomon Grundy, but he breaks out and that knocks back Green Lantern, and now Vixen has to save Green Lantern from the explosion. She steps forward to defend a menacing Solomon Grundy coming down at the two of them. But Superman comes in and punches Solomon Grundy.
Rapa! I do really like the fact that when Solomon Grundy is just like overbearing against Vixen, and you can clearly tell the size difference. Like they angled that perfectly, so it shows Vixen being this pathetically small thing compared to Solomon Grundy. But she just looks at him and is like, "Come at me."
Yeah. You know, all that how strong he is, I still wouldn't want to mess with her standing over Green Lantern because she is gonna fight like hell.
Oh my god, she's gonna fuck him up.
Yeah, you
when
do not want to mess
with
her.
The elephant, it like gave her the weight of it too, because every time she made a step, you heard the dun dun dun. It was crazy.
Yeah, she's done really well in this episode. This is a great introduction to Vixen. If you didn't know who Vixen was, you're gonna leave a fan of Vixen. So,
yeah.
Sorry. So then Superman punches Solomon Grundy.
Yes.
She says to Superman, "I could have handled it." Superman looks one look at her expression and says, and then one look at Solomon Grundy and goes, "You might get that chance."
Yeah, because like Solomon clearly didn't give a shit.
Yeah, because Grundy took that punch pretty well.
Yeah, like a trooper.
So Superman realizes, as we did, that Solomon Grundy is stronger than ever.
What a champ.
And this really raises the stakes because, like always, when Superman is going to have trouble, that's how you know the hero is bad. News.
Hero bad.
Sorry, I meant to say bad news.
Bad news bears.
Yes. So, Vixen carries Green Lantern to safety, while Superman tries to reason with Solomon Grundy, because at the end of Justice League, Solomon Grundy had, I wouldn't say become a hero,
but he was a good guy. We understood
ended on
him
the side
more.
of the Angels.
He was clearly not a bad guy at this point. Like, we understood that what he was doing was not, he wasn't so aggressive, so angry and destructive because he hated everybody. It's because of, that's his nature. And then he ends up sacrificing himself for the good of everybody. And that's
actually saves Hawkgirl's life with his final moments.
Pretty tits, man.
Yeah. Yeah, he was he ended up pretty good. It was a nice character moment in Justice League.
Yeah.
So Superman tries to reason with Solomon Grundy, saying, "We've done this before, you don't want to do it." But
oh yeah. Oh, I love that moment where he's just like, it's like, "Grundy, I've beaten you. You can't win." And then he like aims to punch, and Grundy just lifts his hand up. He makes no motion besides this one little thing. Lifts his hand up, catches Superman's punch, and is staring at him like a drunken homeless person stares at the sidewalk and like as a bathroom.
Yeah.
He just looks at Superman like, "Huh?" and just pins, like slowly starts pushing him down.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that.
That was a moment where you knew shit just got real. I also love
so good
how this is the first time we look at Grundy's eyes, and they're orange instead of his normal white, to show that he's different than before, that behind those eyes isn't a man anymore.
I mean, like, I don't think he was very much of a man to begin with at this point.
So, now we cut to Amazo and Aquaman playing chess. Amazo wins and taunts Aquaman by saying, "Don't worry, you're getting better."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, Dr. Fate then comes in and shows them Solomon Grundy grabbing just Superman casually while fighting over Green Lantern and Vixen. So, things aren't going well for our heroes. They go to help, but before they go, Hawkgirl demands in to help Solomon Grundy because he saved her life at the end of Justice League. So, Dr. Fate takes her along because he thinks it might be good for her, and gives her mace back because her mace stops magic. She's determined also for the first time in this episode. And I think we should stop here and talk about Hawkgirl's mental state.
Oh, right. You think that she's depressed?
Yeah, she seems like she's somewhere in between actually depressed and... how should I put this? And just kind of a lost soul. I mean, I don't know if they make antidepressants for Thanagarians, but she might be worth popping some Hawk Prozac.
Yo, bird tranquilizer that shit. She'll be fantastic. Everything will be fantastic. She'll just be chilling in that garden. It'll be great. Everything will be great.
But,
that was a pot reference if anyone got that one. Fucking fantastic. Whatever. I don't think she's depressed in this situation. I think it's more of just she has a lot to think about, and she clearly needs, she needs time to mull everything over, to mull who is she fighting for? Why is she fighting? Like, what did she do in this situation that weighed so heavily on her? I'd say there's a bit of depression in that, but not in the sense where it's, diagnosable, where it's something that you need to take something for.
No, I don't think she should actually be popping Prozac, but I do think she should probably be seeing a psychiatrist or a psychologist. Sorry, the second. And I think she's got some issues she needs to talk out. And she needs maybe a little bit more help than Dr. Fate can provide.
Dr. Fate!
Although Inza does seem to be doing a pretty fantastic job, because she is, as I earlier stated, the best. So.
She's the best.
So, see, we cut to Superman being tossed around. Vixen saves a kid. Great animation.
Like the little bitch that he is.
Yeah. She's just like bounding up the side of the building. As if it wasn't vertical. Like as if she was just running up the building on 4 legs. It was just fantastic. I love how animalistic they shoot her as, and I love how authoritative she is when she's talking to the kid. It's just so well shot.
To the kid.
They fight more. Solomon Grundy's very powerful. Aquaman comes in on a frickin' Kraken.
Oh, yeah, he's got this massive squid. So, like, the entire fucking thing is collapsing. The bridge is just, like, swaying back and forth. Clearly something is very wrong, and you see the pillars underneath it that support it are split. So they're completely just, they're just, sliding down, and everything is not okay at the moment. But Aquaman descends from below, from the depths, and he's just like, don't worry, guys, I got this. And the fucking Kraken just wraps its arms, or the tentacles, tentacles around the pillars, latches them back together, and everything is okay.
So, question.
Answer.
Did the Kraken just like stay there for like 3 hours until the teams finished fixing it? Like
I want to say what happened was the Kraken then proceeded to take like seaweed and started wrapping it together because he's like a little good construction worker Kraken, but it didn't work. So he started taking like little shrimp and krill and crushing them into a fine paste to use as like cement mixer.
Oh. You know, you learn things on this podcast. I didn't know you could make cement out of shrimp and krill.
Yeah, I also
now I do.
found out earlier that you can huff paint.
That explains a lot.
There we go.
So yeah, the Kraken's there.
Yes.
I guess he's going to be there for a while.
His name is Jeffrey.
We already named our fan Jeffrey.
More than one person can be named Jeffrey.
That's fine. Good point. So, Hawkgirl saves a family falling off the bridge.
A Mexican family.
She does not save the car, though.
I mean, like, clearly she had a thing against Ford, so
yeah,
she just ripped the hood off like it was no thing. I love that.
That was pretty cool.
She is not your Superman. She doesn't save that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so she saves the family, she puts him down, and she comes right face to face with Green Lantern.
Oh, yeah.
You know that awkward moment where you see your ex the first time after you broke up?
Yup.
It's that.
Shaira.
But Green Lantern, the most intelligent thing he can manage is Shaira.
Yeah, he just shouts her name.
But
it was just like, oh.
But after an awkward second, she says, "Hate the beard."
Yeah, I love that. She doesn't look at him straight on. She's kind of like, looking off to the side. She's nervous. She's meeting her crush for, the first time in a very long time. And, she doesn't really know what to say. So, what's her gut instinct? I hate the beard.
Yeah.
It's I like that moment. It's very real.
And I love how after that, tension just leaves.
Yeah.
The animation. That, was it Green Lantern's shoulders just relax a bit. Because he knows it's still her. So.
It's good. Everything's good.
Then Superman climbs up onto there because Jeffrey the Kraken is just...
He's fantastic.
Holding up that bridge.
Yo, he's great.
Let's just pile more people on it.
He's just chilling there, man. He had nothing
Aquaman's
to do
head,
the
he's
rest
being
of the day.
really passive-aggressive, though.
That's all he was going to be doing, man. He was like... Aquaman comes in and is like, yo, Jeff, are you doing anything later? And Jeff's like, looks at his watch that he has on 3 of his tentacles. And it's like, nah, I'm good. I've got nothing planned. It's like, yo, could you hold up this bridge for at least 3 hours? And he was so chill with it.
Fine, but I got tea at 4, so I gotta leave by 3.
Tea. You think he
yes,
drinks?
He has tea.
He's a very, very cool guy.
Jeff Arena, the Kraken, his wife.
Yeah.
They're having a couple people over.
Oh, yeah. To eat?
Yes.
To ingest slowly?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So.
We got this.
So Superman comes up.
Yeah.
And they go, "Oh, are you okay?" And Superman just goes, "Do I look like I'm okay?"
Oh, my God. He was just... He was not a very happy camper.
He was not a happy camper, and podcasters note, he does not look okay.
Yeah. Oh, podcast is not... Making sure that this is understood, put this on the dialogue, on the box, we're marking this off. He does not look okay. His hair is in complete disarray at this moment. He looks awful.
It's like he doesn't know what product is.
Oh, my... That was good. I like that.
So yeah, Superman does not look okay. But Dr. Fate comes in and offers his assistance.
Yes, he does.
To which Superman... Oh, also, best line, maybe the best line. I think the Inza is still the best line. Second best line of the episode. Superman sees Amazo and goes to Dr. Fate, "Why did you let him out of the tower?"
I think you said Superman.
Yeah, Superman says to Dr. Fate, "Why did you let him out of the tower?" And Dr. Fate goes, "I would like to see how you would have stopped him."
Yeah, right! right? Oh my god. Oh, no, is that what he said? He said, "Why do you let him out of the tower?" I thought it was
It's like I have no idea how I would stop him.
No. I think he said something like so we're letting him go now, or like.
Yeah, Superman says something like that. Here, I can find the quote. I have it up here. Superman. 1 second. Nope, I don't have it. Sorry.
Yeah, he says something along those lines.
Yeah. So. Then we have stuff.
So Amazo is back in action after previously wiping out almost the entirety of the Justice League. He's over here and he's super cool. You know?
So they're all cool now.
Real chill dude. Yeah. Plays chess. It's great.
Yeah, he plays chess because that's something smart people do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. That's battle of wits. This is the real man's game. Apparently chess was created in India?
Like 8 different cultures claim they invented chess.
Yeah.
So, continuing on.
Playing mental chess.
Superman forms a plan.
Yes.
Which is basically have the strong people hit him really hard.
Yeah. Oh, man. This is a really good plan. I like this plan. I am so behind this plan.
So, we're talking step above Captain Atom, step below Batman here. So.
Well, they've got the major players hitting him really hard, if that makes you feel any better.
No, it really was. It was a decent plan.
Yeah.
But Could have made the other like 6 people have something to do in his plan.
Could have fooled me.
Also, Superman is concerned that Hawkgirl interrupts them, saying that she wants to talk to Solomon Grundy. Green Lantern runs after her, and says, and Vixen is in the background, and I don't know if you noticed this, but she is just scowling.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! I immediately noticed this.
Yeah.
But she was just staring straight at him, just like, you are looking at this bitch. You are waiting for this chick too much.
Yeah, no.
I am your girlfriend. What are you doing right here? I love that.
Not a happy camper, Vixen.
Not a very happy person.
So, Solomon Grundy detests things, and Hawkgirl flies up to him. She tries to talk to him, but he throws her into a building because I guess he's not much of a conversationalist anymore.
Nope, not very much. No, very sir, no, not at all.
He goes to kill her, but Aquaman interferes, and now Superman's plan bursts into action. They punch him a bunch.
That swell guy Aquaman.
And they knock him back. Dr. Fate says there is nothing of of Solomon Grundy in him.
Oh yeah, there is nothing but anger and hate. And the dark side.
Yes, pretty much. He's basically a Sith Lord. So, it's dark. In Sith Lord power, it goes Darth Sidious, Solomon Grundy.
Solomon Grundy.
Yes.
Good.
He is strong in the ways of the Force. So, Dr. Fate says there's nothing, just rage in a shell. Amazo goes to take him out because, he could take out the whole league.
In a shell.
He gives this whole, really douchey speech about how great his powers are and they're incomprehensible to humans. And then Solomon Grundy absorbs his powers and throws him.
Yep.
It's fantastic.
Solomon Grundy was just like, her juice, high C. And there we go.
Yeah. So Amazo leaves for fear of making him stronger. Dr. Fate then declares himself useless, so now we have 2 of our 3 big guns who are now useless, and Dr. Fate is useless because of the chaos magic. And Dr. Fate is the embodiment of order in the DC universe. He also tells us that there is no limit to Solomon Grundy's strength. So, things are not looking good for our heroes. They attack. Vixen is grabbed, and it looks pretty bad for her. He's holding her up with two hands. He might just rip her apart.
Oh, yeah. That strong. Is that a reference to an old comic, I think?
It looks like King Kong-ish, doesn't it?
King Kong wouldn't have been holding a woman in two hands because he's kind of like 18
No, but didn't King Kong hold like something really big?
Say what?
Didn't King Kong hold something really big above his head like that?
Hold on a second. Actually, I wanna look this up because I can swear I saw this before. Solomon Grundy. What did I say?
You said Grundle.
I sure did say Grundy. Thank you, Jordan, for repeating the thing that I said. It's like in an old comic. Here's one where he's holding Superman like he's a little bitch. But that's besides the point. Clearly, me, Solomon Grundy, me mightier than the Superman, me mightier than everybody. There's one where he's holding Dr. Fate like that. Actually, where he looks like he's holding Dr. Fate like a bat.
Oh, huh. All right, so we continue on.
Yes.
So they attack. Green Lantern first tries to free her because, love. But it's Hawkgirl's mace that weakens him enough for Superman to knock Vixen free.
Right.
Solomon Grundy then charges at Hawkgirl and is knocked back repeatedly. Camera to her as we see she doesn't want to be doing this. She is not happy about fighting Grundy.
Yep.
She knocks him into the sewers.
Friend, or her friend, for a little while.
They were especially close because she wasn't on Earth for the evil part of his career, but he died to save her. So she only really remembers the good side of him, whereas Superman remembers the supervillain side too. So his pity and affection for Solomon Grundy is tainted.
Tainted?
Yes, tainted. So
not tainted, painted.
Both are actually correct in that situation.
Fuck. I guess so.
So
I think I just got a message somewhere.
So
I just got a message.
Thank you, Steve from Blue's Clues.
They wonder why. So welcome.
They wonder why she's effective, and they realize it's the nth metal, which disrupts anything magic. So it's all down to Hawkgirl, and she's uncertain what to do.
It's all
Green Lantern
down to this.
offers to do it for her. Vixen, also annoyed in this scene, she says she will do it because of her friendship with Grundy.
Because she loves him.
She follows his trail and finds him barely conscious, lying down in the sewer. He still doesn't recognize her. And it's really sad. But when she says, "Close your eyes," and we jump to the Justice League outside the hall. Which, I don't know if... I know you're not a Buffy fan, but if Jeff, you're a Buffy fan, that is I don't know if they were purposely referencing it, but there's a scene that might be the most well-known scene in Buffy, where Buffy says, "Close your eyes," to Angel, and then stabs him.
No, I didn't... I feel like that's more of like a common thing, but I don't know.
So yeah, I think it might be referencing that. I hope so, because that is one of the most heartbreaking and awesome parts of television history.
Adorabus.
So, Superman is really worried about Hawkgirl, and he's ready to go in after her. But she flies out physically fine, but emotionally crushed, saying, "It's over."
It's over. When you first saw that, did you think something was up? Did you think immediately that she had actually done it?
No, I thought immediately that she'd done it.
Huh?
I think it goes back to the fact that this is about emotional storytelling.
Right.
That the individual details don't matter so much, that because we didn't see it, I imagine there was some significant crying afterwards. But you can't have 2 straight minutes of network television.
There was so much
crying. Of your heroine just crying. And that's why it took so long, because she didn't take a long time finding him. He didn't go far. She was clearly just destroyed by having to do that. And it wasn't exactly a great mental state she was starting at.
No siree.
So, as soon as she's up there, the press hits her with questions about the invasion of Earth that she helped cause. They ask about her dismissal from the League, but Green Lantern defends her. Vixen, again, furious in the background. Her expression of gratitude also is really moving. It's
What do you
when
mean?
Green Lantern defends Hawkgirl.
Oh yeah, when Green Lantern goes off the fucking handle
just-
and starts screaming at a bunch of random people.
She just looks at him with this expression of just complete and utter gratitude, and it's really heartwarming.
Well, she does then, say they have every right to sort of disagree with what she's done.
Yeah, no, she thinks they're right, and that's why it means so much that Green Lantern came to her defense.
Yeah.
It was really beautiful. If you just, I stopped on that
Oh god,
point
so
and took a screenshot of it so I can put up the shot for this video.
so
really-
beautiful.
It really is.
Such beautiful, very motion.
Her expression of gratitude is really moving, and it's just, if I had to show an example of the height of American animation, that style of animation,
Yeah.
I might show that shot.
Damn, really?
Well, like a Japanese animation is famous for the big fight scenes and like saving your budget and doing splashy, huge scenes.
Splash.
Whereas American animation is more known for maybe not having as great fight scenes, maybe having your splashy scenes not being quite as good,
Not being
but
quite
your
splashy.
regular moments being better.
So splash.
And that's how American shows are famous for spending their budget. And this is an example of when that American style really works. I think that higher quality there really lets you do these subtle facial expressions that make it feel really real and make the emotional notes hit really well.
Really real.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's something Strong Bad said. When asked about his girlfriend that he was talking about, it's like, yeah, well, describe her. And so he goes, yeah, well, she's really real. It's like, huh.
Yes. Also lives in Canada, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Winnipeg, Manitoba.
She's just so real.
Yes.
I just fucking love that.
So, Green Lantern. He says he wasn't kicked out of the League. Green Lantern recused himself because of their relationship, but Superman broke the tie to keep her in.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, so sweet. She turns to Superman.
It felt like this episode he was very emotionally lacking. He was pretty much just like a chump the entire time.
Really? I thought he had a great emotional range in this episode. That we saw him overconfident, we saw him angry, and now we saw him just really sweet, corn-fed Americana.
I have no idea how I would even begin to describe what the hell that was, but it's just like I felt like he was very childish in this, and that was just kind of weird.
Yeah, this
That
is
was
not
kinda weird.
Superman's best moment, but it makes him very human, I think. I don't know. So, Superman says to her, I believe in second chances. I believe in
Yeah.
redemption. But mostly, I believe in my friends.
I believe in my friends.
And then he puts a hand on her shoulder, and it's really sweet, and it's just perfect for a split second. And then a man runs up and calls her a traitor, and it breaks that beautiful moment. And that is so well done. Set you up for high, set you up for a high, set you up for a high, and ruin it. That's such good storytelling. It's really just perfect timing. So,
yes, quite.
Green Lantern defends her again, saying she doesn't have to take that, but she cuts Green Lantern off, Hawkgirl, saying she does deserve it. And as she walks away,
No, I have to take this.
well, I think she feels very guilty
This
about
phone call.
her role in the invasion of Earth.
Oh yeah,
as she kind of should. Her reactions here are not too far out of the deserved wallowing in pity. So.
Walla walla walla.
So the woman she saved earlier thanks her, and Green Lantern says, "You deserved that too."
Yeah!
And they all walk off into the sunrise.
Oh my god, I liked that scene. He was like, yeah, you deserved that one too.
And this episode just ends on the perfect, just the perfect note.
It was so sweet.
This hopeful, beautiful moment.
Swall.
So what do you think about this type of storytelling, Elliot?
I really enjoyed it. I liked every single part of this episode because, one, it had fantastic characters all doing fantastic good shit. It had, each character sort of had their own little moment where they were just chilling out and being human.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right that the characters felt really human and well developed here. And I think it really comes down to that emotional storytelling that, yeah, there were plot holes in here, but oh my god, I don't care, because the characters, and especially the animation of their facial expressions, tell such a deep story.
So deep.
And it really amazes me what a good job they did with this episode. I can't believe that this episode where it just has a little monster of the week, there's really, the bad guy is such a side plot that they did such a great.
He was, what do you call it? Like a catalyst in a way, something that really brought out a lot of emotion in every character. Like they were sort of thinking, what could we make that would really drive the force of, the emotion behind each of these superheroes. What would they fight that would, in a way, really make everyone think about what they were doing? Because Superman was trying to beat up Solomon Grundy and saying, like, you couldn't do this. He kind of had a blow to his pride at that point. I think that's why I was really pissed off, because he was like, you can't beat me. And then Solomon Grundy was like, I'm sorry, what? I forgot. I wasn't paying attention to you, Superman. You had Amazo come in, and I have no idea how Solomon Grundy did whatever he did, but I'm going to be okay with it because Solomon Grundy's crazy. Was like absorbing him, which was like the only way you could really have Amazo come in and not just immediately save the day, was by having something unexplainable happen. Which I liked that. We got a little bit more out of Amazo than we normally ever did, and that was cool. And Vixen coming in finally and being a really fucking amazing character and all, I thought, that was great. Every line from her was golden.
It really was.
Yeah, she was really fucking cool.
And we had an episode that passed the Bechdel test. Haven't had one of those in a while. So that was cool.
Oh my god. And we had a really non-sexist remark about clothing.
Not going to get into that again.
Fight me, Jordan! Fight me!
So, I would like to compare this, I think, to the pilot, Initiation, which is also one of my favorite episodes. I think it's right now number 2 on my list. Yeah.
In what way?
About how they're both really good episodes. They both move the plot forward a lot and introduce us to new characters. But it has a totally different way of storytelling. That it takes the opposite approach. That it is all about the fighting. It is all about saving people.
Right.
And we get the character development in between.
I like it because it has interactions between characters. It doesn't just show character development. It shows character interactions.
Yeah, it shows them developing off each other instead of alongside each other.
And that's the most important.
You can do both. Sorry, yeah?
No, I'm just fucking around with my words.
No, I was just going to say, And you can do both. You can do either one, whichever one you want, as long as you write well. And it's kind of cool that this show can do both. I want to read... We have another 2 Dwayne McDuffie stories coming up as we do the Once and Future thing, I think it is. As we do... Yeah, the Once and Future thing.
Once and Future thing?
Yes, that's the title of the next episode. It's another Dwayne McDuffie. I'm going to have to watch if it's emotional storytelling or if it's plot storytelling again.
I wouldn't say there's much in the first part of it in terms of emotional storytelling.
I don't think there's going to be. I think it's going to go back to the normal Justice League Unlimited, that more initiation style of storytelling.
Initiation?
But I like this as an aberration of throwing us, of taking our expectations and kind of throwing them out the window, that we're going to make an episode about our characters instead of about action. I like it.
I like it. It's good.
So, I think of the 2 ways, I would prefer this style. But I like both. How about you?
It's good. It's fantastic. I prefer this style definitely because I thought this episode was fantastic in the sense that there was so much going on and everything just kind of built off of each other. Yeah. So, like everything was just fucking good. Really tasty, It's good. It's good stuff.
So, where would you put it?
I'd put this high up, in all honesty. Like, I mean, I'm finding it so hard to really make myself seem legit because every episode so far has been like very high to me.
Yeah.
In like especially in a row, like every episode that we've had for the past couple of weeks has just been knocking them out of the park.
They've really been knocking them out of the park once we hit the Cadmus arc.
Oh my god, and then they're just gonna get even better.
It really only goes up from here. I'm waiting for the first bad episode, but I mean, I didn't love kid stuff, but when I started hearing your take on it, I liked it again. So.
And then everything was great. Yeah.
Yeah. So, where do you put it?
I definitely would put it high up. I'd have to look more into what my
Do you want me to read it off to you?
Yeah.
So, you've got The Greatest Story Never Told, or the Booster Gold episode.
Yeah,
Ultimatum. Initiation. Right. This Little Piggy. Dark Heart. The Return. Hawk and Dove. Fearful Symmetry. Kid Stuff. And then For the Man Who Is Everything.
I actually want to put Kid Stuff a little higher, but I'm not entirely sure how to. Like where, because I want to push it a little higher, but I don't know.
It feels like it should be higher because it was a really good episode.
Oh,
but there's nothing better. Sorry, there's nothing worse than it.
Yeah.
Maybe at the end of season 1, we should like tier them or something like that. Like
yeah, definitely.
Figure out. Okay, so all these episodes make good, but which ones are amazing? Which ones are incredible? Which ones are whatnot?
Right.
So,
I think this one goes behind this little... Actually, I would say this one goes in front of This Little Piggy.
Okay, so under Initiation and above This Little Piggy. Number 4 on your list.
Yeah, like, I mean, this episode was just really good. It had a lot of... I mean, there were so many fucking funny one-liners. Every single one of them was just A-plus material. It was just the fact that, like, it had all those really good one-liners, and then it also just had really good plot. So it was, like, really funny, and then there was just a lot of really good characterization, character interactions. And characterization. The hell am I talking about? I am so out of it. Oh, my God. Maybe I need some of those bird tranquilizers that fucking What's-Her-Face has been, Hawkgirl's been getting at. It combined so many, like the Initiation, it combined so many great elements. There was so much good action. The characters interacted with each other really fantastically. It was really funny. And Like, there you go. There were super people in there. I can't explain it any more so than just like it had everything that I liked about it. I mean, it had everything that I liked in a show.
Yeah.
It delivered.
Yeah, I have to agree with what you said, that this show really delivered. It wasn't a perfect episode, but...
Oh, but it was damn near close.
It was damn near close, and the way they told the story and the beautiful, incredible animation and voice acting, just, it made up for any faults. So I gotta put this at number 1.
Really?
Last week's episode was really good. This was raising the stakes even better.
Wow, and I'm honestly surprised. But, blissfully surprised. I'm very happy.
Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, there is so little difference between the great episodes and the slightly less great episodes.
Yeah. Each one of them kind of excels in their own little way.
I feel my top 4, Wake the Dead, Ultimatum, Initiation, and This Little Piggy. If you put those 4 in any order, I wouldn't be angry with you.
Right.
Like, I could see them in any order. I don't know.
I mean, I'm trying to, think of how I can sort of, I'm mulling around my ideas here. Because, I totally agree. Each of these, they just, oh my god, I love this show so much.
Yeah.
It's so hard to choose. Don't make me choose.
So, I think that's what I have to say. How about you, Elliot?
That's all I have to say. I'm going to go home, and I am home. I'm going to go and huggle everything that has been a part of my life. Huggle.
Okay.
I said huggle.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes, it is a plan.
Don't forget to stop popping your Hawk Prozac.
I can fly.
Have a nice day.
I
Keep
have
reading those comics.
Metal.
Sorry?
I have metal. That's what metal I have.
Metal. Okay.
Metal.
It's hopefully it doesn't disrupt the magic that is technology too much.
Yeah, the magic that is home-based entertainment.
Ooh.
The magic that is our podcast. How about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry, that's being held together with puppy dog dreams and children's tears.
Yes, maybe we'll get good at this one day. But that day is not today. Signing off. It's Cartoon Conversation.